Welcome back, everybody, to Rimworld. Today, I want to nuke someone. Or specifically, we'll start actually working on being able to nuke people. So we'll carry on with some more Rim Atomics research. Now, from the little feedback I've seen, I'm recording this episode a little bit earlier than I usually do, so there hasn't been a huge amount of feedback quite yet. But from what I've seen so far, everyone seems pretty happy with increasing the time a little bit more. And honestly, I think that's probably the best bet to do. The time between raids, obviously, that is. Mainly because, you know, when we started off, we obviously were at 2 days mid-game, we were at 3 days. Now we're at the end game. 4 days seems like a pretty good balance. I wanted to leave this in so that people knew exactly what difficulty we were looking at, and you guys can correct me if I've made it too difficult or not difficult enough. So let's go for the wave-based survival settings, and then let's go wave in between, or days in between waves. We'll crank that up to 4, and then threat point, we'll set that up to, what do you think, like 12? Threat point increase per wave. You know what, I'm going to take it up to like 14. You know what, 15. Let's give it a round number, damn it. It doesn't make any sense, but there we go. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's fine. We'll see how that goes. Maybe if raids get too powerful too quickly, we might crank it down a little bit there. But I shouldn't think that'll be too overwhelming or anything like that. The only reason I'm doing that as well, of course, you got to remember in the early game, we were building, like, what, a wooden bed and then cleaning up 2 corpses. This point, we're cleaning up about 100 corpses per raid. We're building nuclear reactors. We're having to mine up, you know, much more parts of the base now to actually accommodate this new stuff. There's a lot more work to do, weirdly enough, during the endgame. That seems a little bit backwards in some regard. Okay, so a nuclear reactor expansion then. Let's go ahead and open this one up. I saw a comment yesterday that also said take the batteries off the main grid and obviously manually enable them if we do get a power surge. We could do that. But also, I think I've rebuilt this grid about 5 episodes in a row now. So if we do plan on doing that, I'll do it in between episodes or something like that. So that I don't end up dedicating even more fucking time to redoing this grid. The amount of times this nuclear reactor has driven me mad. Oh, another comment said that apparently if we look at the reactor, the rods that we can process into plutonium will glow green. Oh. Was that off? Oh. Oh, no. Was that turned off? Oh, shit. Okay. Apparently the rods will glow green rather than blue. So you see, in the reactor itself here, they're all just obviously glowing blue. This represents what did I just say? This is representing, obviously, what's going on inside the reactor right now. We can process them early, but it was advised to not do it so early because it will convert into less plutonium, which obviously makes some sense here. So you want to leave it as long as possible, but if we do get impatient, we can do it earlier, is essentially what I took away from that. Did I actually not have the reactor online? Oh, yeah, because now we've got 79,000 watts extra. Will we stay online with just the chem fuel power plants? That's quite nice to know. Obviously, we want it online to burn through the uranium. Actually, what we can do then, let's power it down and get these other rods put in it quickly. Because we know even with it turned off, apparently we can just keep it going there, which is ridiculous. So turn it off. We need to fuel it to 100% power as well, so that we can perform the emergency scrams, so that obviously we can get the rod actuators. That's actually the current research we're working on. Kill kind of 2 birds with 1 stone there. Okay, so let's go to storage, and we want to remove, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That's convenient, because that's exactly how many we've got in storage right now. So get 0 to start filling the reactor. There we go. Thank you, 0. Is he just going to... Oh, yeah, we are slightly outpacing it there. Perfect. Okay, let's get this thing turned on. So for time, I'm going to have a full-powered reactor this time. I'll start it off slightly lower than 100%. We've got the extra water cooling, but I'm going to be a little bit more careful about this, I think. Oh, there we go. Okay, go on. Crank it up a bit then, Chief. The turbine's overworked. Oh, shit. Is that going to make a problem? Was that an issue if the turbine's, like, too powerful? Add more turbines or reduce power. Oh, that's boring. I want to burn through these rods, obviously, as fast as possible, but... Can we add more turbine blades? Am I right in thinking that's something we can do, or am I going crazy here? I don't think that is something we can do. I think I remember someone saying that previously, but I might be wrong on that. Oh, well, never mind. It doesn't matter too much. We'll leave it at, like, 98% or whatever it was at the turbine. I'm going to take it up very slowly here, just so that we can try and get it perfectly to, like, 99... Oh, that'll do. Okay, 99.98% before the turbine will blow up. We're only at 20% of our cooling, so we've very much gone overkill on the cooling side of things. But again, if they damage the cooling tower, we've got the backup thing there, so we're definitely safe no matter what. 99.8 kilowatts. That's crazy amount of power we've got in the grid right now, then. Holy shit, look at that. Very nice. And again, it's all just to burn through plutonium. We could build, obviously, another reactor if we do want to keep burning through it a lot faster to get to that plutonium so that we can move on to the more advanced Rim atomic stuff. But it's going to be a long time before we get to that yet, unfortunately. All right, so let's carry on with the control rod activator. So perform 2 reactor scrams when it's fully fueled and set to 100% power. Oh, shit, so we actually do have to move it to 100% as well. Bollocks. Is that going to damage the turbine if we have it over? I don't know. Maybe that just means that it's not as efficient as it could be. I'd assume that's the case. We're just, like, wasting efficiency. That's fine if that is the case. But we need it to be 100% so we can scram it. So I guess now it's probably safe to do that. Then we're going to let it cool all the way back down. And then turn it on again. And then it goes all the way back up. And then we're going to have to just repeat this for a little bit, unfortunately. Right, it looks stable. And then scram it again. Hopefully, that will fulfill our... There we go, step complete. Very nice. And then we've also got an architect trader I should probably go and talk to before they fly away. Okay, that's good. So that's that step done. And again, if there is an emergency... Oh, shit, they're gone. Fucking hell. If there is an emergency, that means that the automated actuators will shut the reactor down much, much faster. So we're not at any risk of the core overloading and blowing up the whole goddamn base. Anyway, I've actually never seen that room in Thomas, despite the fact I'm obviously terrible at it. Research nuclear reactors, so we've just got to let Zero... Zero's actually going back to do research for the first time in what feels like a dozen episodes here. That's crazy. All right. There we go. Look at that. Back at the research bench, because it's going to take him no time at all, because he is Zero after all. So dumb. There we go. Perfect. All right. Done. So is that it then? We don't need to, like, actually build that, do we? I think that just, like, passively upgrades. Yeah, there we go. So it passively upgrades it. So if we click that button, does that mean it's now on? Increase the responsiveness of control rods. We don't need to machine anything. Oh, no, we actually do need to make that. Upgrade parts. Right, for all components. I'm pretty sure that's within the component budget. Yeah, you know what? I'm pretty sure we can afford that one. Crafting one. Do you want to get on that immediately? And we'll go and upgrade our nuclear reactor. All right, there we go. Very nice. And then, what do we do? Can I load fuel? Can I prioritize? Oh, so we need to get someone who is constructing. Can we do that while it's turned on? Yeah, prioritize upgrading reactor type A. Very nice. Will I give it, like, a physical change? No, but it is on now. Oh, so that's how you upgrade things. Atomics. People are saying I need the atom to, scramble drop pods. It probably even says somewhere in here. I'm not going to read all of that, but I'm going to trust you guys. So we'll absolutely need to do that. Collect data on raids. Yeah, pretty sure we've got that one down. Research threat detection, then oh, so we can just start that project, and he'll have that done in, like, literally no time at all then, huh? Okay, go for it. While Zero's working on the atomic stuff, I obviously want to get some passive Android upgrades going on here as well. So what I'm going to do is get Craftbot churn out just a whole bunch of architect technology, whatever the best thing we can get for them is here. Soldier upgrades would be kind of nice. That allows us to just make them more effective at shooting, right? Range, cooldown 0.35, shooting accuracy. Actually, do we want to start on the Architect upgrade? So do we want to make the Architect arms of cybernetic legs and arms, which obviously give a massive amount of upgrades? Or do we want to start with the plasma weaponry? Make sure everyone's got one of those plasma blasters. Actually, are there any other guns on the list that could be fun to build here? I'll open up the weapons tab here. We'll just sort by DPS. I know DPS isn't the best way to check here. Let's go craftable. All right. Fire extinguisher is so ridiculous, isn't it? Gun blades, they're kind of cool, but I'm pretty sure you can also dual wield those. Riot breakers are apparently very good, but the accuracy on them is kind of bad. Now, the accuracy is not the bad thing, sorry, it's the range that's the bad thing. They're half the range of our current weapons, so we'd have to half the size of our kill box if we wanted to do that, which is why I'm not using them. I've got those accelerators, which are, I guess, more like we said, rail guns. Ballistic enforcers, those sound fun. Obviously, Havoc launchers sound incredibly good. Also, look at that type. Havoc Blaze. Havoc Blaze sounds like a Star Wars villain. All right, we could craft a couple of those. Why not? Give, like, Zero a Havoc launcher, seeing as he is our artillery guy. Sure. Let's go for a bit of a mix and match here. It seemed boring to have everybody have a plasma gun. I'll churn out a couple more, and then we'll make some Havoc launchers too. What's a coil gun exactly? Bear in mind it costs 8 components there. Incomparable armor penetration. Oh, wow. Designed to destroy light vehicles and aircraft. So that's your railgun right there. Okay, that could be good. And recon bot, it's actually one of the more expensive weapons. I'm looking at market value. I know that's not really the best measure of things. We also got disruptors here. Non-lethal. Oh, that's really interesting. Not really useful for us right now, where, bear in mind, we are 100% lethal at this stage. Yeah, I'll make a couple of Havoc launchers. We'll make a couple of coil guns as well for the armor penetration. That seems good. So plasma guns, Havoc launchers, and coil guns. Hey, I'm fine with that. I feel like putting a plutonium processor down would just be a good first step. I know we don't need it for a while yet. Now, as that's just a plutonium processor, we don't need it in this room. I want to keep this room ready for the next reactor when we want to build a larger one. Obviously, a larger reactor means we can process more uranium faster, or process it into, or deplete it, I should say, into something we can turn into plutonium. So let's put that in there. It's still obviously incredibly convenient right there. This is all just our energy sort of nuclear side of things, and we got our royal side on the completely opposite side of the spectrum. All right, so what do we need for our next level of... Oh, is he still working on that? My God, how has he not instantly fulfilled that? Am I going crazy? Whoa, did I prioritize him a job above research? That was very silly. That explains why he hasn't instantly done that forever. Okay, we have to... I'm going to draft an undraft in there. There we go. Okay, that's looking a little better. Actually, you know what? It is taking him some time, though. Look at that. This was also recommended as well. Putting down some of the vanilla furniture expanded repair shelves. I do agree on that quite a lot, because obviously that would allow us to repair any old armor, so we wouldn't need to keep crafting new crap all the time, especially with some of this other marine armor, which gets super, super expensive. You know, when this stuff starts tattering, which it will with the amount of raids we're going to get, we don't want to be building more of these over and over and over again. So let's put down just a whole slew of repair shelves. It's obviously going to be expensive in terms of the advanced components. We've only got 17 left. It will be worth it. Maybe not go that crazy to start off with here, huh? Let's go ahead and cancel just like the ones on this side for the time being. But I do think that's a pretty good upgrade to start off with. It will help keep some of these. Because the other thing as well, we started to get some interesting weapons from our enemies. So they actually turned up with some of those accelerators. We could repair this and either sell it off or maybe even use it for ourselves, seeing as we're getting up to that stage. Boom, there we are. So collect data on raids and research threat detection. So I think we still need to finish off the last one as well. It's just the same thing over again. Then this is this an upgrade? I have no idea. Upgrade module, but that's it. It's for the tax. So this thing we install onto here, but I believe to actually shoot them down, do we not need to man this? I'm not sure. Obviously, we'll find out as we come along here. Scrap trader, might be worth trading with them, just seeing what garbage we want to get rid of. And some cargo pods as well. What have they got on them? Nothing. Oh, there they are. Plasteel. Oh, good. Just what we wanted. More plasteel to go along with our 7,000. Okay, let's see what we can at least sell to these guys. Try and get some wealth out of here. We could sell them some components. Genuinely wouldn't hurt. I'm never going to use that. Let's sell that shit off. And obviously get rid of some of these garbage leathers as well, because we're never going to use those. There you go. Medicine, we're not going to use. Psychote. I honestly think we should... I mean, these scrap traders are so useful. And there needs to be some sort of base game thing just to sell all your crap off. Even if it's at a terrible market value, just so that you get less powerful raids. Unless, I guess, you don't want to be too meta like that. We've got anti-grain warheads. Where the hell did we get those? Can we fire from... I mean, obviously, anti-grain warheads being the most powerful explosive weapon you can get. That's cool. Okay. You know what? I'll go through, because this is going to be obviously quite a long list. I'll go through and make sure everything that we don't want is got rid of. This might seem like a horrible idea, but bear with me on this one. The developer of the wave-based survival has commented on episodes previously confirming that colony wealth does affect the difficulty of the waves. Therefore, I'm going to sell them 62,000 silver's worth of stuff, because it's just garbage that we're never going to use, right? I mean, it's technology blueprints, which we get every fucking raid in by the boatload anyway. It's adding a load of wealth, and in turn, it's adding a load of difficulty. However, I would rather crank up the difficulty of the wave-based level manually, and maybe even install, like it was suggested, install one of the mods that's like no retreat or something like that, instead of just having it. Let's just get rid of it. Is what I'm getting at is, let's get rid of all this crap. We don't want it. Let's get it out of the colony here. Not necessarily because I want to make the game any easier, just because, I mean, oh my god, we've still got 68 persona cores. Is that even going to have a measurable impact on our wealth in that case? Hang on. Well, it would take probably a couple of days to update on the history tab, won't it? Hang on. History, right, here we are. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, it's going to take a while to upgrade. Honestly, I don't think that that's going to have made any measurable impact whatsoever. We need to build an atom and upgrade that. What upgrades did we buy then? We bought the ALC. Yeah, so it makes energy weapons more effective, and then we've also got the beam splitters as well for the obelisks or other such things. Right, so do we craft those? Yeah, make an atom. All right, craft a mod, stop whatever the hell it is you're doing. That's probably incredibly important, I'll admit. Oh, it was over on the other side of the map. Okay, fair enough. Make one of these, get this installed as soon as possible. If that's automated, absolutely incredible. If it's not, still pretty good, because of course we get a warning and we know when raids are going to turn up in theory. Right, so we made that one. Let's get someone installing that basically right away here. So build a bot. If you could, is someone already on it? Oh, yeah, someone's already on it, seeing as I can't interact with that. Yeah, repair bot too. Look at that. Nice work. Okay, that's that fully upgraded, so that should hopefully, to stop the 1,000. Oh my god. Okay. 23 Lancers, 26 Assaulters, 31 Scallywags, and then also 2 Crawlers for good measure. So Mechanoids are going to be the one things we struggle with, because of course these guns that we've got don't have good armor penetration. Mechanoids tend to be quite well armored, and obviously unlike androids, they've got to worry about coolant loss, and androids do turn up generally not wearing any armor. Okay, this is going to be interesting then. How do we want to deal with this? Give those anti-grain warheads a spin, I guess. Okay, have we got any more plasma guns? Because that would be super useful. We did actually craft one. Very nice. Craft them up. Get that equipped, my son, because you deserve a bit better of an upgrade than these crappy combat rifles. They're shooting one another. It's so good. Holy shit, they've actually killed like 3 of their own people so far. 4 of their own people there. It's these scallywags. Like I said, they're so vulnerable. Okay, unit, what the hell are you doing? Is that really the most sensible way to get to there? no idea. People are saying, oh, another comment I saw yesterday as well, and I fully agree, is maybe expand this out, bubble this very slightly, so that we can put these flame turrets up in a sort of pillbox style. That's probably the best way to describe it. A pillbox style area whereby they're not going to be obviously interrupted by those walls. Okay, so Zero, let's get you on this artillery. Where are our anti-grain warheads, by the way? I don't even think I set them on the shelves, because I didn't think we'd be making any. Oh, right, because I typed in shells, but not anti-grain warhead. Ah, okay. In that case, what we'll do then is we'll go to just mortar shells and tick that. There we are. Copy the settings from that. Let's paste it into there and there. Where is our anti-grain warhead? Well, I'm actually, for the first time ever, going to use the inventory tab mod. Oh, it's so slow. Because there's so much crap on the map. Where are they? There they are. Okay, let's get those hauled urgently. Zero, can I trust you to do that very quickly? Let's just go manually pick them up, because apparently he's incapable of hauling. Very conveniently, all our mechanoid friends have bunched up quite nicely here for us, so I guess we'll shell those ones. The charges are definitely the most dangerous out of all of these guys. So right now he's going to fight with just a plain old boring shell. Should we just manually swap that out for an anti-grain warhead? So let's do a bit of min-maxing here. So I'm going to drop that on the floor. Let's go ahead and extract that one. I'm going to go ahead and forbid that one and then man it. Oh, have I not allowed anti-grain warheads? My bad. Right, there we are. Boom. Here we go. But I mean, boom literally in this case. Alright. Let's let them move a little bit. Oh! That's what we're... Look at that. That's so good. My god, we need to craft all of those. I've actually never fired one of those before in Rimworld. So that is, oh, that's spicy. How do we make more of those? I want to make all of those forever. Anti-grain warhead, anti-grain warhead. Can we even craft those? Anti-grain... Nothing? How do I make those? Someone's got to tell me. Maybe you can't. Maybe they're just like a rare item that I just completely fucking threw away there. That was cool, though. Anti-grain warhead. I'm actually Googling this right now. Sorry, this is super unprofessional, but I need to know. Can we craft them? Can only be obtained as a reward from World Crest or found inside Ancient Shrine. Okay, complete fucking waste then in that case. I imagine people are probably screaming at me, please don't waste the anti-grain warhead. But that was cool, you've got to admit. Fire it again. Fire it again. I want to see them die. Let's let them sort of pace around a little bit. Let's fire what about like this area right here? Go. Come on. Oh, it's just too good. It is actually too good. I need to find a mod that can let me craft those forever. Because that is awesome. That is genuinely so... Look at how many we've got left now. They are way too powerful, though. My god, that's like a glitter net. Oh, sorry, a glitter tech. The glitter tech mod. I imagine that would probably add a way to craft those. It seems also kind of on brand for that mod as well. Alright, and now, we kind of laughably kill whatever's left. Because, of course, we've got a crazy MP cannon. It's just so good. We've got so much fucking firepower. I'm actually going to go in mid-episode, get the mod that stops enemies retreating, because I feel like we're at the stage now where we need that balance. We're using a mod called Many's Miscellaneous Modifications here. It was suggested in the comments of another mod, only because all of the other sort of dedicated no-retreat mods are basically broken. So this might add some other stuff that we might not want, like Disable Pacifists, not that we really care about that. Oh, displays... Oh, that's cool. Advisable to disable if running command extended, but yeah, sure, they're range DPS at close. Oh, interesting. Tell me about every dead colony animal. I mean, we don't care about that one. I'll change all of this at some other stage. What we want to do then is change the rate at which they flee. That's literally the only reason there we are. Change the threshold at which raids flee. Flee when this many raiders have died. 100%, I guess we set to, right? To flee between 57 and 100% losses. I think we'll say that. That way they will only flee when everybody's dead. Which, of course, by that stage, everybody will be dead. So this is going to add, hopefully, a whole lot of difficulty to the game. I hope. We'll see how it goes. It might make it, obviously, very difficult for us, because they will just keep plowing on. Probably get through into this second kill box. Chances are our turrets will take a lot more damage. Our people will probably be shot at more as well. But I think that's what we need at this stage of the game. Also, I've got to tidy up all these mechanoids that I just nuked. Right, so plutonium is produced, blah, 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 used to create Mox fuel. Right, so we've researched the plutonium processing. We've constructed the plutonium processor now. We need to experiment with the plutonium processor. Did say high risk. I mean, Zero is obviously very powerful. He has the fractal enhancement. He has the composite plating. So if it does blow up somehow, I think he can probably take it, right? What does he mean by high risk? Like, in what regard? Will it just blow the circuits out, or will it... I mean, if it irradiates the room, I can't imagine Zero has to worry about that too much. Bearing in mind he's a robot. I'm going to keep a very close eye on it, though, just in case something bad does happen here. Also, Smeltbot got injured. How the hell did that happen? Cracking his left leg. We got hit by... I must have been hit by a trap. Okay, never mind. Don't worry. Don't worry about that too much. All right, how are we looking? We almost finished? Okay, we're about 2/3 of the way there. About 3/4 of the way there. What are we doing after that, then? Because, of course, we... Oh, God. Okay. Hello. They are landing in the middle of the kill box, so that's kind of convenient. Defensive positions? Oh, shit. They're all outside the walls. Fuck. All right. In that case, and now we've set that they can't... We set it so they can't flee. Okay, we've got a different way into the base, don't forget. So let's go up behind... Oh, that's a lot. Wow. Hello. That's more than I was expecting. Okay, Bot, get the hell out of there. Well, our guys are basically lining up. Luckily, they've landed on the flame turrets. Oh, they've done it with rocket launch. That's not fair, you fucker. Okay. Luckily... If that man shoots that rocket launcher from that distance, he's going to end up killing probably more of his own men than anything else. Yep, incredible. There we go. He did a lot of damage to his own boys there. We should be okay. Actually, luckily, we were in a pretty good position, I think. These guys, they're never going to flee, though, so we actually might as well bring our guys up. Oh, man, I was kind of hoping they wouldn't land there. That sucks, doesn't it? Oh, my God, he's actually still... Oh, you fucker. My turrets. Okay, and again, they're not going to flee, are they? So, we're going to wait, unfortunately. Oh, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Okay, there we are. All right, so they are going to get through the second layer of kill box. We're going to be able to kill off a lot of them, though, by the looks of it. Man, this is a bit more messy. This is actually much more messy. Obviously, they just started fleeing by now. What do we do with these guys, then? If we take them up through here, chances are they might get shot. You know what? Let's just take them through. We are more advanced than them. We have better armor. We have better weapons. Go through, wipe them out. And then get behind the embrasures when they're gone. Nice work. Okay, get up to here, then. That way we can open fire. Yeah, actually put the fire out there, genius. They're using the embrasures against us. That's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? Okay, that one's down. Bot, you might want to move somewhat. Oh, man, how am I going to take these guys out? There's 2 more guys. I'm not that bothered. They might even die on the barbed wire if we're lucky. In fact, that looks like exactly what's going to happen. I probably wouldn't fire it from that range, Chief. Let's move you back a little bit there. There we are. So we should be fine, right? There we go. Done. Okay, one left. Again, they're not fleeing, so now it's kind of also a pain in our ass there, but I'm going to unforbid everyone. Again, hopefully he'll just die on the barbed wire. Also, he's not wasting the barbed wire. I wonder what determines the barbed wire breaking. Maybe it's just completely, purely random. Well, he's almost through then. Let's send... This seems like a perfect job for Unit. He's got his heavy marine armor with his shield, with his chainsword. Send him in. We'll actually be able to see one of these hell units doing the job they're actually supposed to do. Hide around the corner. You'll never see it coming. Quiet, quiet. Here we go. Oh, Chris, you poor man. Hey, don't do that. Get the fuck out of here with that. Shoot me from behind a corner. How the hell could he even see us there? Rubbish. All right, chop his head off. Thank you. This is taking a lot longer than I thought. To say that he's a hell unit with a chainsaw, it's a little bit disappointing, I'll be honest. Wow. This is actually really disappointing. Holy shit. And he's a brawler as well. This is... Just leave him to it. It'll be fine. Hey, there we are. You can now reprocess spent nuclear fuel. Thank you, Zero. During all of that, I'm glad to know that you were doing something helpful. All right, so what's our next research then? So that one's done. Oh, and that's just it. So advanced nuclear power. Here we go. Oh, God. My God, look at the amount of fuel rods we can put in that one, though. I've never done this before, by the way. I've never got up to this stage of atomics. Experiment with research reactors. So that's fine. Build an advanced reactor core, which is massive. I mean, bearing in mind the amount that this can hold compared to that seems like an entire room's worth. We're going to have to dig out more of this mountain. I'm glad we've actually cleared this out then in hindsight. Okay, fair enough. Do you want to start with that, or do we want to go for something else first? Liberator is obviously a bit pointless because obviously we need to create plutonium. Fuck it, let's do it. That's the goal for today's episode then. Let's finish ourselves an advanced nuclear power plant. That took no time at all. Okay, so research nuclear reactor intellectual is done. Build advanced reactor core. Seven construction for building an advanced nuclear reactor core. Not sure about that one, Chief. Okay, right, let's see if we've even got enough room to start off with. I imagine we're going to have to move that pillar regardless, aren't we? Oh my God, look at them. So we've got reactor type X, which is the next direct upgrade from that one. We've also got reactor type V, which is the really, really big one. Oh, it's actually not as big as I thought. If you look carefully, is it? Yeah, it reduces the actual size of the sort of reactor rod squares, if you want me to phrase it like that. Okay, so let me try and remember where we can put the pillars then to avoid the whole roof collapsing in. Suppose I should probably also order up some more uranium in that case. Make me... I don't know how many fuel rods it takes yet, so we'll wait until we've built it before I actually order it up. Let's just make a shitload of pellets. If we just always... If instead of doing it manually, I just say do until we've got X... Well, apparently X is 600 in that case. Okay, that's fair enough. That way we're always going to be able to craft more fuel rods if we need it, right? We're not relying on that to start off with. Okay, so they're going to get the pillars down just so the roof doesn't collapse in. Fingers crossed. Actually, yeah, no, it's not going to be too large to put under a mountain because it's so big that the roof will just collapse in regardless. But no, it's not quite that 8x8. Okay, so 500 steel, 150 plastic steel, 24 components, 6 advanced components. Still, we're kind of limited by advanced components in a lot, mainly because we're spending obviously on the composite and potentially the Android upgrades and whatever else. So another, honestly, a dedicated, as I recall, the advanced furniture mod, whatever it is called, the vanilla furniture expanded mod, adds a workbench specifically for creating components. Might be worth putting a couple of those down. Yeah, that's it, the assembly bench. So I think that's, again, just components, but, I mean, compared to, obviously, the regular component bench, it's so much smaller. So you can fit a couple of these in here, too. How can we put that? I mean, I can move the fucking jukebox, I guess. That's in such a weird place right there. Oh, wow, that takes a long time to build, huh? That's okay. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I'm still genuinely kind of surprised that it only takes, what was that, like 9 construction, 6 construction, whatever that was. Okay. So, that will go down. Then, I think we actually need to put down another reactor console, don't we? Oh my god, this room's actually genuinely not big enough. What I'll do is, let's move these pillars. Let's move one pillar there, one pillar there. We'll remove that central pillar, and then we'll put, I might just smash this wall through into this room and make it just one big sort of reactor room. Bear in mind, we need to put down an even bigger turbine for this one. What the hell are you supposed to spend this much power on? I've got to ask. It's all well and good making these crazy big nuclear reactors, but what is this? Are you supposed to play this with, like, other mods that have high power demand? Because I don't know that any, I guess the turrets from Atomics adds. But besides that, is there much point in these gigantic... They always seem like they make way, way more power than we could ever need. Even just this one reactor alone is producing just a crazy, man. Oh, God, that's huge. Fucking hell. All right, so let's remove... let's put these wall lights somewhere a bit more convenient. So let's put one there and then one on that side. Let's go ahead and remove this central pillar. And then let's open this wall up entirely. Well, not entirely, but I'll just take this wall out instead. There we are. Okay, and then we can hopefully put our turbine in the room with all of the battery packs. I do really love this sort of multi-tiered building system that Rimworld has. I think it just makes so much more sense rather than just, you know, magically nothing to straight up a nuclear reactor. It's such a cool little extra design there. Okay, so then we need the Zeus turbine, I think it was called, which also looks like it's going to be absolutely massive. Oh, it is. My God. Yeah, we've actually got no room for any of these. Holy shit. Okay, let's move those pillars over. I'll put it on this side just so that we can actually move around it as well. You know, obviously for extra transformers, things like that. So we'll put those over there, and then we'll take out those 2 marble walls, stick it right in the middle of the room. It's going to be difficult to isolate this from the grid if we ever do decide to implement that. Oh, hang on. Can we just have multiple reactors hooked up to the same... So this is Reactor Alpha. Yeah, it even says there, as you can see, Alpha. So if we hook this up with the console loom and make this one say Beta, that would make a lot of sense. So let's take console loom and just run it over. That way we can probably save on having another console. Okay, fair enough. Then we want our Zeus turbine, which is going to go up here. 500 steel, 1,000 turbine blades. Wow. Okay, that's probably going to take a serious amount of time to craft in that case. We'll put it there just to allow a little bit more room around it. 1,000 turbine blades. So let's go ahead and do until... Actually, no, do X times. And I assume that produces, what, 1 turbine blade per go? 10 turbine blades for 10 steel. Right, okay. That's okay. I thought it was going to... That's still 1,000 steel, though, isn't it? My God. Oh, there it is. Wow. Oh, no, honestly, I thought the blocks were smaller, but they look to be the same size. Oh, that's massive. Holy shit. Oh, and we can upgrade it with a controlled actuator. You know what? I think that's an incredibly sensible idea, which is exactly why I'm not going to do it. No, obviously. Let's go for controlled actuator. Let's get Craftbot on that basically straight away. I want to get that done long before we ever think of turning this damn thing on. Another machining table wouldn't go amiss either, because... I mean, we've got a lot of fuel rods to potentially churn out here. So I'm going to put this down wherever it's going to obviously interact with most of those benches. Oh, God, this whole room's just a complete mess. It's so difficult to get over there. Yeah, we'll do that for the time being. That's okay. Okay. Right, so how many rods do I need to fill this entire thing? Let's go ahead and flip that over. I assume this is how this works. I have absolutely no idea. It seems fairly intuitive. So, yeah, okay, there we go. My God, wow. 20... sorry, does that take 21 rods? Is that what that's saying? No, that's clearly not. That's way more than 21. Am I going to have to count this up? Does it just say... Can we just say... What does beta mean? Oh, right. So that's alpha. Oh, you can flip through them dynamically. That is a really cool system. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 89 then that must be, right? Because it's 39 that side, 39 that side, plus the middle. Yeah, I think that's about 89. I'm going to make 90 just to be sure, because 89 seems like a weird number to put in your nuclear reactor. Okay, so that's going to take a while. My god, that's going to take a really long time. So we'll have this one churning out uranium pellets, this one actually churning out the uranium itself. Should probably not have them... It's a real shame we can't have recycle apparel lower tier. Actually, we can, can't we? Because it counts as tailoring. Let's lower that down. Honestly, recycling apparel is not as important as powering the nuclear reactor, because we need that power to waste. Yeah, there really is not much point in it, is there? But hey, it looks cool. That's the important thing. Okay, so you I'm going to basically copy the build from this one, but I'm going to reverse the order. So let's take that one. Let's swap around. Oh, fuel rod's already top tier anyway. That would make a lot of sense. So doing so, we have... Oh, okay, details, fine. Let's do X times. And each one, does that churn out one rod, I assume, per thing? Yeah, it makes one fuel rod per job. So let's go ahead and do that. I mean, 89 times, apparently. I'm going to do it 90 just to be sure. That way, even if we burn out fuel rod, we can get another one. So is that also going to update this one? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. So that's that one queued up. Again, we could have this one churning out the uranium instead, and then this one making the fuel rods. Are we out of uranium? That would make a lot of sense. I actually wouldn't be surprised at all. We do look to be out of uranium. Oh, those look nice. Wow, I can't wait to try those out. We've got a wave in 1 day, so I might keep us going until then so that we can shoot one of those off. Yeah, we got 615 pellets, so we might just be able to craft enough. So turbine blades, that's what this guy's currently churning out. So you can be churning out the fuel, you churn out turbine blades. That seems like a sensible idea, so let's go ahead and put that to the bottom of the list on this one. Right, 2 hours until the next raid turns up. We are not prepared because we barely have any more turrets online. That's only because the composite has been delayed by churning out the new guns. I thought the new guns would be more useful, plus it would be a little bit more interesting than churning out just some more sentry guns. Okay, so let's get you equipped with a plasma gun, and then I want these Havoc launchers. We'll just give them out to anyone. Smeltbot seems appropriate to give him a Havoc launcher. Cremation bot, let's swap that crappy old gun out there. There we go, very nice. Okay. So ridiculous. Look at these weapons we've built now. Very interesting to see how they play out. Okay, so I'm gonna order them just based on what weapon they've got now, ideally. So we've got 3 Havoc launchers. We have 6 plasma guns, and then these obviously old ballistic rifles. They're the ones that need to go next, to be honest with you. Alright, defensive positions then, seeing as they're going to be here in an hour, and I don't think our defenses are really what they used to be, are they? Look, we can't even finish the walls anymore. Okay, we need to be very careful about some of these. Oh, we just finished another Havoc launcher? Shit. Wait, build complete. How did they do that when they're all drafted? Hang on. Oh yeah, they did just finish one. Here, Zero, go and grab that, my friend. Oh, that's a big old raid. Okay, let's see what we're up against then. So we are looking at 2 regular rocket launchers. We are looking at 3 Doomsday rocket launchers and 3 triple rocket launchers. Not too terrible, but bear in mind, they don't flee anymore. So we can't just rely on killing out some of the first ones or anything like that, and then the ones with the rocket launchers fleeing and not causing any issues. You need to get on, when he's got that Havoc launcher equipped, get on the artillery right now. I also need to allow the shells, don't I? What's going on with that? Hang on. They've got icons now. Oh, is that Tweaks mod I just downloaded? That's probably it. Okay, that's, kind of cool. And then we can click it to find out information. Okay, you know what? That's actually fairly interesting. That's a nice little feature. Okay, let's just allow explosives then for the time being on both of those. And then I'll also get... How many shells we got? 3, really? Ugh, okay. I mean, but crafting has been obviously busy churning out this other crazy shit instead. What are we getting to fire at? I mean, anywhere around here seems like a good mass of people. Oh, wow. Okay, well, they go all their... Killed so many of their own people that I love it every single time. Right, here we go. Oh, he is actually tracking that one guy. That's okay. They all seem to have a similar range there. Anyway, boom. That'll do. Very nice. Okay, good start. Shame that we've got such low on shells. Very interested to see what these... What the hell is that? Lizard skin shoes. Okay. Very interested to see what these Havoc launchers do, though. So, I mean, fingers crossed we don't shell them all to death, and fingers crossed they don't end up killing themselves on this one. Should have already seen... What numbers were we up against? I'm sure it was on the clip. Wow, 120. My god, and that's after some have died as well. Look at that, hang on. The shells detonate on impact, leaving behind a small poison cloud. Can we just... Oh my god, hang on. He's got a big brain play here. Defensive position. And then... Bear with. Come on, hurry up. Right, there we go. Fire. There. Right now. Go. It leaves behind a poison cloud, does it? Okay. A little disappointing, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what I was expecting, but I'm not sure that was it. Okay. We'll just get the guys with the Havoc launchers to keep laying down fire there, then. Actually, you know what? It seems to be working pretty damn well, huh? I don't know what I was expecting, but I'm not sure that was it. A gun that's called Havoc Launcher, and all it does is like... Wait. Wait, whoa. We had another person with Havoc Launcher a second. Where the hell have they gone? Did we not? Oh, it's got both. Okay, that's very strange. Sorry, I'll let those guys manually fire them for a second. How do I stop force targets with, like... Do I have to fire specifically at a person? Yeah, that's probably right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I expected, but that's definitely not it. They seem very powerful. But it's kind of hard to tell whether it's that or whether it's one of our many turrets or something else. It's a nice mix, though. I feel like this mix of weaponry is going to serve us a lot better rather than going all in on the plasma guns, because that's fairly boring, I would say. Yeah, they're really interesting. It's not what I expected at all, but kind of cool. Right, let's get through. Let's skip through, because I'm pretty sure we've got this one in the bag. Oh, and the flame turret's going to take care of all the corpses for us as well. That's very convenient of you. Thank you. Fuck it, let it burn, I guess. Okay, this has really changed things around, hasn't it? Because it has cut into our time a little bit, so adding that extra day kind of does work. And I think this was necessary balance for that, though. Wow. I'm not even going to bother reading it. I think this barbed wire, it's a bit pointless, isn't it? Especially having it here when we've got flame turrets and havoc launchers now. Not really necessary. Still very interesting, though. But I am interested in how much stronger these raids are going to get with the bonus points. The steel problems are solved. The plasteel problems... Well, we never really had a plasteel problem, did we? The components are crazy. We've got this extra little bench here has actually added quite decently to the amount of components that we can produce here whilst not interrupting the regular workflow. The issue is now we're completely out of uranium. Like, we've exhausted all of our pellets. We've built everything we can. They're obviously still working on the turbine blades too. But we've only got something like, what is that, like 9? Not even that. That's like 7. 7 fuel rods there. Out of the 80-something that we need for the Reactor Type 5. So, or maybe just Type V. Yeah, that's probably Type V, isn't it? So... what I've done is I've planned out, I've had a look around and sort of seen where we've got uranium, so I've put down some drills on those. I think we need to make some more tier 4 robots, specifically just for the purpose of them being mining bots. So, hey, let's do it. Let's churn out like 3 more tier 4 androids. Worst case scenario, they spend all day working in the quarry. Even if it's super ineffective, we've got all these spare components now. We've got all the spare plasteel. We might as well turn it into an android that can eventually turn it into uranium, in theory. Oh, there we go. Last of the turbine blades are built. So we've got the turbine, we've got the reactor. I don't know if our cooling will be sufficient enough for both of these reactors. Bear in mind, this one's not really doing much to, what was it, like 20%? This one could be another 80% on our cooling. I'd rather build another thing just to be safe. Maybe another water cooler or something like that on, if we put it all the way back here or something like that. I mean, even another cooling tower wouldn't really hurt. So we'll test one of those out in a second, but bam. There we go, look at that. I mean, we are getting a lot more progress done now that we are up to the 4-day modifier. And I honestly think the raids are harder now as well. So I think we've sort of ticked every box with this. Thank you for watching. I really like these Havoc launchers as well. I think they are very, very cool. A nice change on the Rimworld weaponry. We're using like a weird bioweapon instead. Thank you to my favorite bioweapons of all, the insane top tier level patrons. Please don't take that personally. Thank you to Alchemia, Anthony Golly, Suna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Bellic Strongbow, Ben Hoffland, Chesty, Croesus, Donald, Facundo Vasquez, Gogolus, Harry McGowan, Iguana Squad, James Shea, Jonah Waters, Justin Wallace, Kanan Carter, Michael Mullen, Muskratful, Norstrus, Necrophil, Palvis Presley, Rodin, Scott, Skaz, Slippy Nips, Somnus, Shay, The Wandering, Tom Terry Team, Tyler Kendall, Tyler McClam, Vacuous Backers, Farragon, and William Green for the support the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for making the channel possible in the first place. I can't wait for next Rimworld series, if only so that we can start naming colonists again, give them all weird and wacky names, because the androids are a little bit boring, aren't they? They don't really have much of a personality. They're a little bit faceless. It's interesting for this wave-based scenario having something like that, but I can't wait to go back to actual like humans with personalities and arguments and weird names and whatnot. So stay tuned for that one. Of course, I'll be giving patron names back out in that series, which I mean probably won't be long. I don't know how much longer the robot thing has, but I did say launching a nuke would be our final goal of the series, so we're really not too far off of that now. Thank you as well to Uwu Daddy, Asro, Anna Person, Adrian Ellison, Andrew Walsh, Andrew Wilson, Anchor, Attila, Besmus Max, Best of Valerian, Blood for the Blood God, Boing Gun, Chris, Corgi Circa, Stapago, Don, Dunk207, Emerald Beam, Foosh, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, Genji Circa, Gothamo, Grey, Haji Demar, I am Sagate, Irotha, Icy the Great, Jackson P, Jay Lera, Jacob Wolfie, Jason Sushu, Jose, Jeebus Crust, Joran DeVries, Jessica Smith, Jilps, Lucky Sister, Jilly Bondo, Joseph Beard, Justin Plot, Justin Rules, Justin Walters, Kevin Saunders, Lieutenant Dan, Lepus and Lepus, Llewellyn Thomas, Luke Wallace, Manuel Bosich, Mastolp, Monty, Mostly Sampson, My Name Isn't Dio, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Organized Confusion, Pan Samu, Pantherpearl, Peyton Denisar, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, Brian Hooper, Sam Keir, Scaps, Shardul, Smirtworm, Socrates, Supernanny089, Sweet Sea, Tony Laban, Volta, Voodoo Mumbo, Void Prince Cubo, Will Wade, Wilson Atef, Wolfie, Yellow 4, Yorkus, Zach, and Zetlock 2. See you guys all tomorrow for more robot war crimes.